So the series is over, and nobody is more thankful than Tim Kawakami and Marcus Thompson. We get a few days off because the Warriors handled business.
A few days off.
Few days off.
You're not heading down with me to Game 7?
Not at all.
Okay.
Game 7 will be on my couch because the Warriors won Game 5. They handled business. It was dicey, but how much did they really need to get this thing over with?
As the game went on, more and more, obviously, they lose Bogut. They get Draymond goes out. Now we learn it's a lingering ankle issue for his mother revealed on Twitter, which he confirmed afterwards. They're banged up, and you got Steph is the Iron Man, just 2 games back from possibly a season-threatening knee injury and ankle problem. So yeah, they needed to get on a plane to go back to have to play Game 6 on Friday would have been really, really tough for them. I think they still would have survived the series, but it would have been grueling for them, and it would have put them at a deficit going into the next series with guys banging them. Now they can sit back and watch television tomorrow, see if Oklahoma City can finish off San Antonio. If San Antonio wins it, then it goes another 2-3 days. They can rest even more. This was immense for them to get this done. It wasn't pretty, as Kerr said. They just had to get it done because, man, who knows what could happen. This series keeps going on. Other guys could get hurt. You don't know. You don't want to get tangled up in this. Take care of 5 games, though. It seemed like 7, didn't it? 5 games seemed like way more than 5 games.
That was the hardest 5-game series of all time. What was amazing about it was, like you pointed out, Steph Curry, it looks like he didn't miss any time, right? His MCL is clearly fine. He was the closer that we know him to be. Biggest shot of the night. He made it right when the nervous tension at Oracle had peaked. He came through in a clutch. What else can you say about this guy? I mean, he keeps doing this. He keeps producing at levels that we haven't seen in a long time.
I know they've won playoff games without Steph Curry. We know this. They proved this.
That means he's not the MVP, right?
Yeah. This is it. He's not that valuable. When he's on the court, you feel that they're going to win the game. That's my biggest definition for a winner. Michael Jordan was like that. Magic Johnson was like that, although he lost some playoff games himself. But when Steph Curry's on the floor, if the Warriors are down, I still think they're going to come back. If the Warriors are ahead, I think they're going to close it. This is a guy who just translates that, success to the entire, I think everybody in the arena feels like. I think Portland felt that this is a guy who's going to finish. Now, maybe they should have double-teamed him on that last pick and roll instead of just having Ed Davis put his hand out to Steph Curry. However, he's one of those guys. And I think there's only one of them in the league. I don't think LeBron's that guy. I think Steph Curry's that guy. When he's on the floor, I think the Warriors are going to win the game. And when it's the bigger the game, the more I think that. I'm sure you disagree with that.
Totally disagree. Yeah. I think when he's on the floor, they're going to lose the game. That's what I think. Of course, I agree with you on that one. He's the greatest player we've seen.
That's what you think.
Yeah, that's what I need, some confetti, because Game 5 is in the books. This series is over. For me, one of the critical players, the reason Steph Curry was able to close this game was because Klay Thompson was good.
Tell us what you wrote about Klay Thompson.
I wrote that Klay Thompson was the rock, and he was the whole series. He was in this game, and he's been in this playoffs. And this was a guy who hasn't been a rock, right? Yeah. He's a guy who disappears sometimes, who's inconsistent.
Last playoffs, he wasn't that great.
We've seen him grow into probably the most reliable player on both ends of the court. What are you seeing from Klay out there, and how much has he grown?
Well, I think practically, by the way, never hurt, never a question mark. He's going to be there in every minute. Plays 2 ways, as we know, chasing Damian Lillard around. And then how many times was it the shot that tied it was Klay? Now, Steph hit some shots that won it, but the big shot, even Game 4, Steph's magical game, who hit the shot in the corner to tie it? It's Klay Thompson. Game 2, when they had to come storming back and this place blew up. Game 2, Klay Thompson hits a shot. This is a guy who is now kind of just comfortably set himself up as that number 2 offensive guy. Draymond's probably the number 2 emotional, or even the number 1 emotional guy, but Klay offensively has just settled into that nice slot saying, okay, Steph's not in the game. I take my game up a level. If he's hurt, I take my game up a level. This has been the playoffs for that. And that guy Steph Curry seems to agree, because what did he tell you?
Steph told me that this was the best series he's seen him play. And then he betrayed me and gave my inside information to the world. Steph, I owe you for that. Don't ever tell anybody else something you tell me privately again.
You must have reacted well, because he probably got a good response. And then I'll repeat that, because Marcus liked that one.
I put it in his head, and then he goes and tells the world. So on this one, I am the unanimous MVP, the undisputed MVP, and Steph Curry is the hanger-on.
Yeah, he's He's your he's number 2 to you. You're number 1. Marcus Thompson 1, Steph Curry 2.
The series was much harder than the Houston one, but they got it done. It's over, and now we wait to see what happens with Houston or with San Antonio and Oklahoma City. Yeah, I told you, we needed this one off too. We needed this one off more than they did. Bogut has the adductor strain. Draymond Green has the ankle. Marcus Thompson has sleep deprivation. Tim Kawakami, how are you ailing right now?
Yeah, I could use about 14 hours of sleep. That I know. I don't know what I've written the last few days. Maybe last 3 days. I'm not so sure.
That's probably good, by the way.
Yeah, we could all take a deep breath. This is when, like, I know when the team is tired. When I know what they're feeling like. When I'm tired, I'm not playing. And we're taking plane rides, and well, they're taking nicer plane rides than us. But it wears on you. A series wears on you. A little bit on the writers, not as important. Definitely on the players and the coaches. And hey, you were at Steph's MVP presser here yesterday. There's a ton of executives around who were traveling. They were as dead as we were. The coaching staff were as dead as we were. You need a breath. They get it. Now they get to watch games on TV. They like watching games on TV. They like that a lot.
That's what I'll be doing, watching games on TV. And Ken Maurer got hurt. Even the referees getting hurt.
Knocked around.
Everybody's getting hurt.
Out there too.
We're glad this is over. We'll see you in the Western Conference Finals, Game 1, hopefully on Wednesday of next week.
Yeah. Can they push it to Friday?
Yeah, push it to Friday. Adam Silver, you were here. Push it to Friday. Tim is going to go sell confetti on International Boulevard, and we'll see you next time and tell you how much he made.
There you go.